Hey guys, Major here and welcome to my review of the MTAR-21 within Battlefield 4. Now the MTAR-21 is a relatively unused gun within Battlefield 4. It's almost neglected as a weapon, or maybe just forgotten, because it came out as part of the China Rising DLC, which as a whole was merged with the initial release of the game, so they came out within a very close window of each other. On top of that, the assignment that you have to complete is set up in a way that it can only really be done if you consciously think about completing it, so only those who really wanted to unlock the gun were ever going to do so. In order to unlock the MTAR-21, you're going to need to be at least rank 10 and complete the assignment Multi-Talent, in which you need to get a kill with a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, an LMG and a hand grenade all in the same round. So you see what I mean in that you have to know what the requirements are before trying to unlock this gun, because you need to switch out your loadout and kit completely. You can't just do it spontaneously without thinking about it. Once you complete the assignment, you'll be rewarded with the MTAR-21, and this weapon fits into the carbine class, so it's an all-kit weapon. I'm mainly stuck to using it with the assault class just because that's the way I normally run, but you can slap this gun onto any of the kits and do just fine with it. It all depends on the map and game mode that you're playing. Just to outline the general consensus of how this weapon performs, it's a beast in close quarters thanks to its fairly standard damage model of 24 damage per bullet inside of 8 meters and its monstrous fire rate of 900 RPM. The fire rate is ridiculous and it all adds up to a total time to kill of 2.7 seconds at very close range. The only drawback of this high fire rate is that I seem to be running out of ammo a lot more frequently than I would have liked. The reload times aren't too bad, sitting between the 2 and 3 second mark depending on whether you've emptied the mag, but you're still going to want to be careful about your ammo management nonetheless. Because of the rate that this thing can dispense ammo, I found myself kit switching a hell of a lot, which led me to discover the combination of pill market domination matches and the Dow shotgun. Can we just take a moment to bask in the glory of the Dow shotgun on pill market? I picked up this gun from a dead guy and went on an insane rampage. It is absolutely ridiculous the amount of damage that this thing can pump out. But anyway, to compensate for the high fire rate, the MTAR has some pretty monstrous recoil with a .42 pull to the left and right, which effectively cancels each other out, but then we still have to compensate for the .34 pull upwards, which makes it very difficult to control in even mid-range firefights. Simply put, don't even try using this weapon at long range. It's going to take you 7 body shots to kill a guy who's roughly 50 meters away, and although the muzzle velocity falls in line with the other carbines like the ACWR at around 500 meters per second, it doesn't even compete with the assault rifles like the ACE-23, which are an extra 100 meters per second ahead of the MTAR. In terms of attachments, I put a Cobra on here just because it's my preferred sight to use on any gun, but this is really just your choice. I also put a silencer on here just so I could stay off the minimap, and considering that I'm not even going to attempt to take out long range targets, the muzzle velocity decrease isn't really going to affect me at all. For the attachment I went with the TDD target detector, mainly because I couldn't find a use for any of the other attachments. You could put a laser sight on this thing if you're confident with turning it on and off at the right time so you don't get spotted at the wrong time, but then by all means just use that. But as somebody who's yet to master that skill in Battlefield 4, I just left that off for now. The hip fire accuracy is good enough for me to take targets out at a very close range, and you'll see that quite a lot in the gameplay. I'm able to just spray people down from the hip, and I really don't think that a laser sight is that necessary for this gun. And finally, for the grip, I went with the stubby grip to try and reduce the spread and recoil of the gun so that I could at least moderately control it under the medium range firefight conditions. And that's the MTAR-21, a killer close quarters weapon, but one that lacks the confidence when it comes to longer range targets. This is actually my first weapon review of any of the Battlefield 4 weapons, so if you have a suggestion for the next weapon I should review, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.